Alright, what is up? This is SLOplays, and I am back at it again with another Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4 video, okay? So, first and foremost, I just want to say this isn't a news video in terms of what to expect for the game. Okay, there might be a little bit of speculation in this, okay? At the very end when we talk about in terms of stuff like maybe potential release and stuff like where it could fall into in terms of the year, okay? We got to jump into this. So, this is a kind of a crazy video, okay, because this information that I just recently heard of, okay, was a leak, okay, of this game like a couple years ago, okay, I think in like 2021, this leak was out there, and it got reported on, I believe, last year, okay, so for those of you that, or I mean, at least for me, that thought that this game, you know, didn't get a leak at all, there was a leak, but it just kind of went over everyone's head, nobody talked about it. You know, I didn't even know about it. And I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why this game has been so hype and it's generated this much hype is because we have not had a game reveal like this or just like a Dragon Ball reveal like this without getting leaked in a very, very long time. I think the last time we had a game that didn't get leaked, okay, and it got its full official reveal in terms of, you know, gameplay and everything, was back in Xenoverse 2. And that's why I was so hyped for Xenoverse 2 back then, and that's why I wasn't as hyped, for example, like Fighters, and even Kakarot, and of course the Breakers, because all those games got leaked before, okay? And don't get me wrong, I was still very excited for those games, and I love those games to death. It's just that it wasn't the same as something like this or like when Xenoverse 2 got revealed. Take what I'm going to be saying in this video with a grain of salt as always, okay? We're not going to believe anything 100% until or if an actual developer or licensor, any of these companies, like for example, Bandai, Spike, Dimps, CC2, any of these, you know, mofos, they come out here with an official statement from a producer saying,
hey guys, this was actually, you know, trademarked back in this year and all that, like
we're probably not going to ever see that, right? So that's why I want to just talk about this because it's interesting to me, okay? It's very interesting to me, and I love this kind of stuff. And if you're not here for, you know, these kind of like trademark-based videos and things, you know, you can absolutely click off. So shout-outs to Anti-Plug Media. Big shout-outs to them, all right? I advise you to go follow them because they seem to be presenting some very enticing information and compelling information in regards to the future of anime games and, you know, just the future of what we love, right? So, they stated this, and this was back in 2022, y'all. April 11th, 2022. This was basically a year ago, okay? Exactly 1 year ago. They stated, okay, this was a full thread, by the way. Okay, they said that they were going to go trademark hunting. And this person to me is like I'm new to who this person is in the community. I just learned about them yesterday. Okay, so I don't know how reputable they are in terms of you know, leaks or even, you know, this type of information, but they seem to know what they're talking about. Okay, so that's why I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. And the fact that this was actually a trademark that was posted last year and we got the official reveal of it this year, that should, you know, further validate what this person's talking about. Okay, so they went trademark hunting and they put out this statement. I think I talked about this a little while back, but Bandai also trademarked sparking, okay? So, again, if you don't know what sparking is, for the Western crowd, for anybody that, you know, grew up playing the Tenkaichi series, that's what the Tenkaichi was called back in, but like, that's what it's called in Japan, okay? Japan, the games were Dragon Ball Z Sparking, Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 2 was called Sparking, I believe, Neo, and then Tenkaichi 3 was called Sparking Meteor, all right? So Sparking is the name, okay? You guys have probably seen the term Sparking, you know, circulating around the internet a lot right now if you are new to the series about Budokai Tenkaichi. Budokai Tenkaichi and Sparking are one and the same. They are the same game, okay? So they stated this. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Okay, guys, this was back in 2000. This is last year. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up for a Tenkaichi-related announcement, but it'd be interesting if it happens. Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary is in 2 years, and it's almost guaranteed to bring a bigger game. But who knows, okay? That's very significant in terms of that information right there. Okay, so we all know that Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary is next year. That's why when the Xenoverse 3 leaks and everything came out, people were thinking, okay, like that's why it was a lot more believable at that time because we knew that Xenoverse 2 still the biggest game for Dragon Ball, okay, by far. Okay, in terms of a console game, okay, I'm not going to bring Dokkan into this because obviously Dokkan is like printing money. But yeah, this game, the Xenoverse series is very successful. So we thought, okay, the next arena fighter is going to be Xenoverse 3, right? And they even had like these leakers, like for example, like Chronicles or like DBS Hype and stuff. They put out the information saying that the expected date is 2024. Things can change, all that, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And again, things change. Things change. You have to understand that. A lot of stuff changes, okay? So this flew over everyone's head because Tenkaichi not having a game in 15, 16 years, okay? It's very, very, very unbelievable. And that's why it has been unbelievable. Some people still don't believe it, that a new Tenkaichi game is in the works and it's coming out, right? So we could see Tenkaichi 4 or whatever they're calling this, we could see that coming out next year, as early as next year. I doubt it's coming out this year. That honestly, to me, doesn't make sense. They revealed like a small teaser of Goku transforming, okay? And that's all we currently have right now. It's in their best interest to take their time on this game. I hope they take their time on this game and don't just be like, all right, let's just drop it as soon as we possibly can. Like, no, this is the game that you need to take your time on, right? We want this game to be as immaculate as possible, okay? So let's keep going over this, and this was all stuff in the past, but this was in sequential order and stuff, okay? So they stated several months later in September of 2022, stating that they got to address something. If that sparking trademark Bandai filed isn't for a remastered Sparking Meteor, aka Tenkaichi 3 or whatever, for the series of the 20th anniversary, give up on another Tenkaichi. That's hilarious, okay? Because even this person who was leaking this information back then, it's not even really leak. It's not. Do you even consider this a leak? No, it's not really a leak because this is public information. They just went to go dig for it, okay? Thank God for them, right? Thank God that they did this. And they just go off into a bunch of, threads and stuff explaining why Tenkaichi 4 can't happen or why it won't happen. And that's why all this information that they've presented right here is absolutely valid. During this time, back in 2022, nobody, again, expected a Tenkaichi game because we already had Xenoverse. Okay, Xenoverse was still getting content. People were expecting a Xenoverse 3, right? So it's so, ludicrous, all right? It's so crazy and insane that they actually did this, right? So let's keep moving on here and stuff. And this is in November of 2022, so a little bit more recent. I want to start some shit. So a while back, I don't remember if I covered it, Bandai registered a trademark for sparking in Japan, sparking, blah, blah. Okay, so they said all that. Yeah, 20th anniversary of the sparking series will be in 2025, okay? So that's even, another year that it could be, okay? My hope, my personal hope is that they just take as long as possible to work on this game, okay? I hope that they keep us updated, feed us good information and stuff, over the course of the next, year, potentially 2 years, if however long this is going to take. If it comes out next year, great. The earlier, the better in terms of for us, okay? Because we want to play, right? Everybody wants to play this as soon as possible. But at the same time, I have no idea how long this game has been in development. It could have been in development as early as, since the PlayStation 5 and, all these next-gen consoles, they came out, right? It could be as early as that, okay? It could be as, early as when they stated that this was, I think it was 2021 that this, here. Let's just keep going over, okay, right here. Okay, so this is recent. They stated this a couple days ago, okay? Because people weren't believing in that trademark and all that stuff, okay? So the application for sparking trademark was registered/re-registered in December of 2021, okay? That was, 2 years ago. We'll just say 2 years ago, even though it's less than that, but we'll just say like 2 years ago, right? So it could be as early as that, I don't know. I really don't know how long this game has been in development, but I doubt it's going to be by like dibs, okay? There is a strong chance, obviously, that it could be Spike Chunsoft, right? Okay, Spike isn't the same company it was back then, right? Spike was just Spike by itself, but they merged and they, now it's Spike Chunsoft. Okay. Jump Force came out in Was it 2019? I think 2019. I think also Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission came out that year too. Okay, that was the last game that Spike Chunsoft worked on, if I recall correctly, from what we saw in the previous videos, from what I was talking about. Yeah, it could be as early as 2019 that they started working on it, right? And then finally, you know, a year later or whatever, they finally put the trademark for sparking when they felt comfortable enough, like, okay, let's go and do this again, right? And by the way, the trademark was by Bandai, okay, so licensor. And then again, this was all this information that was presented a couple days ago. They stated sometime last year, one of Bandai's presentations confirmed that Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Gundam, their top 3 anime IPs, all had a game coming in 2023 and 2024. Okay, 2023 for Dragon Ball should be the Dragon Ball Super card game digital version. Okay, even though it's just the card game in a digital format, reusing assets from Xenoverse 2, it is still a brand new game. Okay, if you guys don't know, Bandai has this thing where if they want to keep the license for Dragon Ball, keeping the license for these games, they had to release one every single year, okay? And in terms of that, they had like a little loophole going on where it's like, oh, let's re-release these games on the Switch version. And that's what they did for a lot of years. Like, for example, Xenoverse 2 in 2017 being on Switch, Jump Force, I think in 2020 for Switch, and also Fighters for 2019. It was usually a year later, okay? After the big game got revealed on every other console, they would port it to Switch, and they would be like, hey, there it is. There's our game for the year. Fuck you. No. So, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense. And then 2024 could be the new Tenkaichi game, right? Who knows? 2025, maybe Xenoverse 3. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe they announce out of nowhere that Xenoverse 3 is gonna go. Guys, Xenoverse 3, who knows? If this could be the last Xenoverse DLC coming out, and then they'd be like, all right, let's just drop an announcement for Xenoverse 3. Like, this isn't the first time that they went ham on video games. There was one year, I think it was 2018. There were like 3, I think there were 3 new Dragon Ball games that, no, 4. There were 4, okay, that came out. Dragon Ball Legends, Fighters, Cross Keepers, and Buchigiri Match. If I recall correctly, there were 4 Dragon Ball games that got announced and I think released. What? I just realized that. So that, I mean, even though like 2 of the games, 3, okay, one of them was like a PC game that was garbage. Another one was a mobile game that unfortunately got discontinued, but had really cool animations. And then Dragon Ball Legends and Fighters are like the only, like the big ones. But still, guys, okay? 2016, I think Xenoverse 2 and Dragon Ball Fusions both came out that year too. So that was pretty big. Like they've released several Dragon Ball games in 1 year before, okay? Like at least announced and released, right? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane, bro. Holy crap. Okay, let's keep going over the information here. So, these are just guesses. Again, this will be more of speculation here. So, early guesses on new Tenkaichi. Been in development since 2021. If this is Spike, this was probably in the works before they announced they were taking Jump Force out back. PS5, yeah, new console, next gen console. Again, there was like something. I think PlayStation was already planning PlayStation 6 and shit, which I think is just ridiculous. Like there are people who still couldn't buy a PS5 yet. It's a lot better now, but calm your tits, okay? It's PlayStation, chill out. Let people breathe for a second before you start dropping a new console. Like I literally just got my PS5 like a few months ago. Like that's ridiculous, bro. And then fall of 2024, yeah, I think that's realistic. Okay, fall is a great time, absolutely excellent time to be dropping a big game like this because you want it to come out during the holidays, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty realistic, right? So, not 100% sure about platforms yet. I don't think last gen's possible, but I'm absolutely praying for Switch or its successor to be a late port. No more dragging PS5 games down. Yeah. A lot of the new Dragon Ball games that have come out recently have all been on the last gen consoles, and then they have versions on these current gen consoles. This is the game, and from what I saw from the gameplay, I doubt it's going to be on the last gen consoles. If it is, great, but let's just focus on the next gen now. The next gen has been out for a few years now, and they just need to focus on that. Okay, for those of you that are upset about that, okay, I understand. I totally understand. But again, it's kind of holding it back, right? And the Switch, I think, got a leak saying that, oh, Switch 2 is due to come out at the end of this year, whatever this next Switch console is. I think that's pretty realistic. They better do that, because if they do that, then they can actually, you know, it'll run whatever this game is, or when it's coming out or whatever, has potential of being able to be ported on the Switch as well, okay? So this is the last thing that I just want to talk about. I don't believe any of this really in terms of like when I'll just read it off and then you can decide for yourself, okay? I don't know who this person is. Shout out to them though, because they put this information out like also last year, okay? About a month after what Annie Plug Media was talking about. So they said Bandai Namco filed 15 trademarks on Japan using headset for VR in the category description on January 12th, 2022. Okay, again, headset for VR doesn't mean anything. This doesn't mean anything, but this is just something I found on Twitter because I was searching for all this information, trying to see if there's any other leaks or just any crumbs that I could find, because I'm hungry for all this shit. So they put sparking. Okay, sparking was in here in terms of a trademark. Okay. It's headset for VR and all that stuff. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about this. That doesn't mean, oh, this is going to be VR game. No, this is the next gen big game. Okay, this is a big game, guys. This is a big game. They've already stressed that this isn't some spin-off bullshit. Okay, they've explicitly stated this is part of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. This is going to be an arena fighter. That's all you need to know. Don't believe anything else from these people. Oh, it's a mobile game. I saw some people saying it was a mobile game. Like, you dumb as shit, bro. You dumb as shit. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Do not be sitting there and trying to convince people that this could be a mobile game, okay? Because this ain't no mobile game. If they want to tarnish their brand, okay, and just lose their customers, then by all means, go for it, okay? This ain't no mobile game. This is some real stuff. That's pretty much it, y'all. I know this video, again, always gets longer than it should have, but let me know if you guys do enjoy these types of videos just talking about Tenkaichi. If I get any other cool information like this, I will make a video about it. Like I said, I love this kind of stuff. I'm very interested in these leaks and stuff. I love leaks, okay? I do love leaks at the same time. If there are no leaks, I prefer that. I do prefer that, just so that we get the official reveal and be hyped as hell about it. But I still, as a fan, okay, of this series and just everything, leaks are fun for me. They're very fun for me. It's fun to just discuss this kind of stuff and all that. But I'm glad everything turned out the way it did. That's all I'm going to say. I'm glad everything turned out the way it did, okay? So let me know your thoughts and opinions about this. You know, when do you think this game could potentially be coming out? I just like to just talk with you guys in the comments, definitely. So I appreciate your support. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring my notification bell if you guys like these videos and want to keep on seeing more Tenkaichi content and just Dragon Ball content in general. You will see it here on the channel. I'll report on any information or news as soon as it goes up. Y'all stay safe. Have a blessed day. Peace!
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.